Okay, so today my friends are doing Should Animal Testing Be Banned? Banned. 4 is Atticus and Ron, and against is Claudia and Claire. First is S.
Don't mess up.
I really think animal testing should be banned. I mean, imagine the horrendous pain these animals have to go through. And sometimes all we're doing from this is making some new product. I mean, come on, are we that selfish that we're going to practically ruin some poor monkey's life because we're going to take their DNA and make some new medical theory? Sure, sometimes by disabling these creatures, we humans make some new treatment to save human life. Which brings me to my next point. Animals have rights too. However, humans have more power. We have the freedom to make these animals go through this horrendous pain. But is it the right thing to do? It is morally and ethically wrong to do this harm to these animals against their will. This is how animal testing normally goes. Scientists go into the wild and set traps to capture these little creatures. Next, they bring them into their local country and put them into labs. Next, they harm them and make them go through these terrible treatments that disable them, and sometimes they go mental. I saw some pictures of animals after their testing, and it was horrifying. Remember we had a debate if zoos are good, and most people said it wasn't because animals lose their freedom. Well, if those same people are going to say that animal testing is acceptable, I wouldn't believe you. It's not just that you're capturing these animals, but now you're also permanently disabling and ruining their lives. Thank you.
Okay, in my opinion, animal testing should be and is legal in Canada because if it was to be banned, people with breast cancer, diabetes, malaria, basically all those who rely on medicine would be dead. Animal testing has contributed to many life-saving cures and treatments. The California Biomedical Research Association stated that nearly every medical breakthrough in the last 100 years has resulted from animal testing. There isn't an adequate alternative to testing on a living, full-bodied system, unless you want to give up your baby, which I guarantee you not many parents would want to do that. Believe it or not, if vaccines were not tested on animals, millions of animals would have died from rabies. That's a lot, considering that people in the United States eat 9 billion chickens and 150 million cattle, pigs, and sheep annually. Yet we only use around 26 million animals for research, 95% of which are rodents, birds, and fish. There's just one thing that bothers me and makes me want to just laugh at the same time. People are fine with eating all these lambs, sheep, pigs, kangaroos, crocodiles, turtles, and many others. It's just weird because they'd rather eat them than use them to benefit humankind. True, some of them go to cosmetic companies, but just buy those cosmetics that aren't tested on animals. In conclusion, I think that animal testing should be legal in Canada. Thank you.
The first reason why I think that animal testing is a bad thing is because the animals that are being have chemicals put into their eyes usually have cancer later on in their life, which can be very harmful to them. The second reason why I think that animal testing is a bad thing is because would you really want your pet dog or cat to be tortured their whole life? I think not. On top of that, these animals are stuck in pens their whole life without any care and hardly any food. The third reason why I think that animal testing is a bad thing is because do you really think that it is so important to have a certain makeup that you would let a little bunny suffer? The final reason why I think that animal testing is a bad thing is because why don't they do this testing on criminals that have done very illegal things like rape or sexual abuse? Why not just do that instead of hurt these little animals? Thank you.
Now we're going Would you rather have an animal like a rodent whose lifespan isn't more than a few years to test a drug to see if it's safe, than a human whose lifespan is about 30 times as long? If we use the mouse, as you can guess, not as many years will be cut short, and mice and rodents and a few other animals don't have as profound emotions as humans, so the loss wouldn't be as sad. And it is very easy to produce more rodents and animals and things for animal testing, much easier than it is to produce more humans. That is why I think animal testing should be legalized. Okay, now the debaters will debate amongst themselves.
Okay. Animal research is actually highly regulated with laws in place to protect animals from mistreatment.
No, they die like, and their maximum year is like a year after they do these testing. And also, okay, Claire, you said that we're taking these rodents that like their lifespan is a couple of years. Well, when you test these animals and practically like ruin their lives, you're saving someone, but only for a couple of years as well. Like, you're saving them from dying of cancer, but then it's not going to fully go away. I mean, you're saving them from a couple of years. And also, okay, that's the best outcome that can happen. That you're going to save like a couple years of someone's life. Some of this is just going into making some new makeup product. So.
Well, I said drug testing, not makeup testing.
Makeup testing is a big part of it.
Also, animals often make better research subjects to humans because of their shorter life cycles. So then scientists can study them for their whole life and observe how the medications react to them during their lifespan.
Is that really worth a little money and suffering?
I'm pretty sure you were with the idea of in zoos that zoos aren't bad because you're capturing them and they don't have any freedom. Or you're saying that you're going to study them their entire lives. That's kind of worse than
They're not. They usually don't use like bunnies. They use like mice and
Sure, but they're
rats.
still being tortured.
Okay. Questions? Molly.
Okay, where did you get your sources? Okay.
Let's forget the story. Wait, good.
Yes,
Phoebe. You said that.
Wait, who?
Oh, Claudia. You said that they tested on mice, not like bunnies. But the whole subject is animals tested. So mice are animals. Like anything's cool. It doesn't really matter the size of them or like their value. They're still killing like animals. So that point doesn't really. I don't know. Cool.
Atticus, as Claudia said, every major medical breakthrough has been from animal testing. So would you rather not have the animal testing and then have all these diseases that have no cures in our world, or would you just rather ban it?
Well, in the past, we have resolved to this, and we have cured some major medical treatments, but now we already know what the cure is. And
Because of animal testing.
Yeah, but there might be new.
So if you ban
well,
animal
there is
testing,
no
we
new
wouldn't have
there is no new disease right now that we
A
need.
disease will probably come around, and then we won't be able to test on animals. Then you won't have a cure.
No, it's not.
Just recently, it has evolved
But they torture criminals.
Catherine.
Atticus, you said to Claire that if you tortured the animals to make a medicine to cure cancer, you said the cancer will come back. But would you rather die now or die in 2 years?
I mean, if you're gonna suffer these 2 years and you're going to just, yeah, you are. You're going to live, but it will definitely. Yes, it is. You have cancer, and it will be gone, and you will still not be able to move very well, and you will still be suffering. But you will be allowed. You will be alive.
No!
But you will be
You
alive.
did not know this for facts. You are making up in your mind.
I'm not. And this is
You
why
are.
your turn to talk, Hunter. Thank you.
You know we good.
Okay, no.